do you guys think would win in a fight between Motley Crue and Metallica? Let's get a tally. Let's get a poll going. Starting now. What do you guys think? We're going to talk a little bit about the history between Motley Crue and Metallica. Okay, so both bands hate each other, right? Both bands dislike each other pretty strongly. And, you know, back in the early 80s, there was, you know, hate and words going back and forth. And today, there's still hate and words going back and forth. So let's dig in a little bit to this.
Motley Crue was responsible for helping Metallica get their first big break. McGovney would reveal that in 1981, he was friends with the guys in Motley Crue and had heard that the British band Saxon was going to be playing a gig at the Troubadour. Being big fans of the band, Metallica wanted to get on the bill, and it would be the members of Motley Crue who helped them out.
They said, well, what are you doing here? I said, well, I'm trying to get my band in to play that Saxon show. They said, yeah, we heard about that show, but we're too big now. We can't really play that show. But I'll get you in to talk to the girl up there, you know. So took me in, went up there, gave her a demo tape, and she called me back a few days later and said, yeah, you guys are on with Saxon.
It was 1982, and Motley Crue had just put out Too Fast for Love. I remember one night out in front of the Troubadour, we're standing there in our Iron Maiden t-shirts, and it was like, after a couple of, you know, Colts or Schlitz malt liquors, or where it was like, you saw like Nikki and Tom, it was like, Motley Crue. I remember like Nikki Sixx started chasing after me, and the one thing I could do, because, you know, 5'6" of me, I could like run faster than he could in his 16-inch platform boots.
So in the early days, it was really Metallica that was saying bad stuff about Motley Crue. And, you know, my true belief is I do believe that there was a bit of a, how do I say, jealousy factor in the fact that Motley Crue got a ton of hot chicks and Metallica didn't. I know many people are going to say, oh, they thought their music sucked. But if you listen to Motley Crue's first two albums, I mean, it's not like it's not hair metal at all. It's heavy, it's fast, it's loud. And you know, people that know Motley Crue know that. In fact, you know, I did a segment talking about Kurt Cobain saying that he was a big fan of Motley Crue's first album, which I do believe. You could, you know, check out that video. To this day, you still have, you know, back and forths. As of, I believe it was even last year, you had Tommy Lee and Lars Ulrich going at it. Ulrich basically said that the band wasn't playing live, that they were, you know, I don't know if it was lip syncing or Tommy Lee wasn't playing his drums, but there was accusations that they weren't doing and playing certain things live.
Lars Ulrich accused Motley Crue of performing at the award show using a backing tape, something that was said to be true at the time. Motley Crue's bassist Nikki Sixx responded angrily with an open letter on an online forum writing, "Dear sweet fat balding Lars, love the makeup babe. Taking your ever moronic soapbox position on a subject that's none of your effing business has made you out to be an a-hole as usual. Considering that I and Tommy know that your live tapes have been re-recorded and all your instruments were repaired in Pro Tools, and had the balls to lie to your fans and call it a live album. People in glass houses should not throw rocks. Considering your bull to the press, we feel it's only fair to return the punch. You're such a poser. Thanks for releasing that load of CD of yours. You made more room for us," he would write. In 2015, Crue drummer Tommy Lee reignited the rivalry when he posted a tweet featuring a picture of Lars Ulrich with the words "straight out of tempo" superimposed over his face.
You guys think? Do you think, one, that part of the reason that, you know, Metallica didn't like Motley Crue was because, you know, they were the band with all the hot babes? Or do you think it was just purely a music thing? That's one. And more important, what I want to know is, who do you guys think would win in a fight between Motley Crue and Metallica? I want to get a tally on this. I want to see what people think. Listen, I personally like them, both of their music quite a bit, so I'm not going to side on that. But if there were a fight, I'm going to say Motley Crue. Yeah. So, but if there were a fight, I would have to go with Motley Crue. So let's get a tally. Let's get a poll going. Starting now. What do you guys think?